Hey everybody. Hi, good morning. Good morning on this Sunday morning. And I suppose you're all wondering why I decided to go live all of a sudden in the group. And I thought I'd walk and talk because I like to walk and talk. I like movement, and so it helps me to just keep the flow going. So because I was going to do it in my home office, kitchen office shall I say, because normally I do it in my kitchen, but I thought let's just go out for a Sunday morning walk and just get some fresh air, exercise and do some thinking time and do the live while I'm out with just moving around. So I haven't been going live in this group for quite some time, and obviously you've all been very quiet, and I will take responsibility for that. That is my fault, because I haven't been very good at showing up live in the group when I need to. I'm just going to cross this road. Just crossing the road safely. I'm just heading over to the mini park, or the green, should I say, over here, so that we can get some quiet, because the main road's just over there, and it's a bit noisy that way. So I'm just going to head towards the park where it's a bit quieter. But I thought I'd come in the group, go live, and because I've got a couple of announcements to make, and also just to check in on everybody. Hopefully somebody will join me on the live. It would be great if someone could join me. If not, if you are seeing this live on the replay, do let me know that you've been here, and please do a hashtag replay so that I know you got to see the live, because I can imagine it's family time and some of you may be doing some activities with family and spending quality time and all that kind of thing. So why did I decide to come into the group to do this live? And like I said before, I haven't been very active in the group, and I take responsibility, because obviously that meant that if I'm not showing up and doing what I should be doing in the group, then that just means that you guys are gonna not show up, and that's not your fault, that's my fault. I take responsibility for that. And it got me thinking about what sort of things I needed to focus on to help myself as well as the group, because I know that you all decided to come into this group. You consented to come into this group because you were interested in what I was doing. So I know that you're all here, well, at least I think most of you are here that consented to be in this group. So what I decided to do was just show up and just exercise what it is I need to do that obviously I'm not doing right now. And the obvious thing is I'm not showing up, am I? I'm not showing up in the group. So I thought what most of us struggle with, I'll just sit on this bench, I'm just sitting on this bench right now. What most people struggle with is the basics, the real basics when it comes to personal development, self-mastery, whatever you want to call it. And it's doing the habit of being committed to doing the basic things. And it's the basic things that we all fail on. Nobody fails on the advanced. Everybody always fails on the basic fundamental things. And that includes myself. I'm including myself on that one. And obviously hence why I haven't been showing up in a group, and that's not acceptable, because obviously if I create this group I should be showing up, right? So I decided that to open the group on coming live into this group on a Sunday, and to an idea popped into my head during the week, and it was to have what I call a Sunday Skool. Have a Sunday Skool. And that's just the idea that downloaded into my mind, and I just thought let it be. Well, the idea came with the idea of let it be let it be focusing on the fundamentals, basic things that people need to really knuckle down on. Think about what it is they need to get them motivated into doing something, to focus on, their particular needs in the group. And obviously this might not resonate with everybody. I understand that not everybody will want to be participating in it, and that's fine. And I'm saying to you, those people that are not feeling that what I resonate, what happens in this group is not for them anymore, that's okay, because you are welcome to leave the group, because I don't expect you to stay in the group, obviously, if the ethos of what the group's about does not resonate with you anymore. So that's fine. But those of you that are, wanting to just knuckle down on certain things and just be focused on doing fundamental things which will get you started in what it is you need to do as a business owner, as a service provider, as a coach, as a beauty salon owner, whatever it is that you do on a regular basis, which is normally your passion of what you enjoy doing, whatever you need to do, one basic thing, I'm saying to you, there is one basic thing you can do to keep you going, to get you started, to get on that right path, on that road. So my basic thing that I decided to start off by doing is basically showing up every Sunday at 10 o'clock, and I'm going to have present this thing called Sunday Skool to you, and it will be short, sweet lives like this, no longer than 30 minutes. That means that I'm going to focus in on a particular topic of what's going to be happening in that 30 minutes, and I'm just going to continue it. I'm just going to keep continuing and showing up. And obviously today I'm talking about showing up. That's the topic. It's showing up for yourself, showing up for whatever it is you need to focus on. That's the main thing. I know that I need to focus on showing up in the group, and obviously giving you some valuable information about what it is you need, about basic fundamental things, in terms of one thing that you need to do to get yourself going, aiming towards what it is you need to do to just restart your passion or your drive in what you need to do to go forward. Because I know that we all go through each day and we kind of just what's the word? We get into what I call monotone, robotic sort of behaviour. That means that we just go through the routine and let's walk again. We go through the routine of just doing things, and we just turn into zombies. And I mean, none of us wants to be like that, being on the treadmill and just doing things robotically and doing this. I understand that you have children, some of you, and obviously there are family things that you need to be getting on with. I've got things in the background going on with family and things changing around me all the time, but still, I know my responsibility to what it is I'm supposed to be doing, and obviously I've got responsibility to you guys in this group. So I'm happy to join you on a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock every Sunday, and we're going to do the Sunday Skool. And I understand that there are certain basic issues that are going on in terms of people not doing certain things in their behaviour, because it's all about behaviour, isn't it? It's all about behaviour and how we behave in what we do, because the problem could be that we're not consistent, and that's it. I mean, we're not being consistent. You can only be consistent with doing something when you actually are aware of certain specific things that you should be doing. And obviously what could be good is, which I know that most people don't do, I used to do this, but I don't do it at the moment, is we can track our behavior. We can focus in on that one thing that we need to do, and we can track that specific behavior so that we can do it every day. And they say 21 days is a good amount of days to do it for, so that you are going to basically show up doing that thing on 21 days, and it takes that amount of time for it to be ingrained into you as a habit, so that you won't do it. I'll tell you a little secret. One thing that I started doing, I mean, this is going to really sound cliche because you've probably heard this before, is I started making my bed it must have been before the lockdown. I started making my bed as soon as I got up. I, did the basic things in the morning, brush your teeth, wash your face and all the rest of it. And then what I would do is I would make my bed. And you know that I've done that religiously since probably 2018. Yeah, I can't remember the exact date, but I've been doing it religiously. Look at that new building over there. There's new structures around this area where I am, in Little Israel. That's where I live. Some of you, if you know what that is. But yeah, I've been making my bed religiously since 2018. That's a while. And so now I cannot leave the house without doing that. It's like something that I have to do, because you read up on that. That's a whole nother show. Making your bed says a lot about you. It says a lot. And I call it in my day production, in my daily routine, I call it preparing for greatness. By making my bed, I call that preparing for greatness. That's what I call it. I know it sounds ludicrous, but yeah, the problem is that some of us are not showing up doing the thing that we need to be doing, the specific thing. And it might be something like, even right now, like, I'm going live on camera, aren't I? I know I'm just not showing you my face, but I'm just showing you the scene, because I just thought it'd be easier just to walk and talk and just talk to you about that one thing, by showing you, just to break up the pattern, interrupt and show you the background of things. But yeah, some of you are not consistent with doing that one thing. So I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you to do that one thing for at least 21 days. What is your one thing that you need to do on a regular basis? And it could be something that you have been hesitant in doing. You've been putting it off for some time now, and you've not, basically, it's just been a passing thought, and you're not really committed to doing it. I challenge you today to commit to it, to commit to doing that one thing that you need to do. And this is the thing that will move the needle towards your vision, your goal, and whatever you decide to call it. But it's going to move the needle. It's going to make all the difference in what you're aiming for. So what as well drove me towards doing this as well was, I thought to myself, how do you even get good at doing something? Because the problem could be, you could be thinking, but I'm rubbish at doing lives. I'm rubbish at speaking. Let's say I'm rubbish at the tech or whatever it is. I'm rubbish at doing certain things. This could be your self-talk. But did you know that most people, especially entrepreneurs or business owners, or people that are millionaires, or people that are great in what they do in their craft, did you know they started off rubbish in the first place? They started off rubbish. They were no good at it. And then they had to practice doing it. They practiced getting it so wrong that in the end they couldn't get it wrong. They practiced, and obviously they were rubbish at the beginning. They practiced it so much that that it helped them, let's go this way, it helped them to see their efforts. They practice it until they got it so wrong that they couldn't get it wrong anymore. That's what they did. You know, I'm not particularly great at going live or showing up, but I'm deciding to start somewhere, and I'm going to ask you guys to keep me accountable. Keep me accountable. You know, I'm going to show up every Sunday for Sunday Skool. And tell me if you like that name. Tell me if you like that name, Sunday Skool. That's what I'm going to call it. I know it sounds cliche, but that's the name that I thought of. So, like I said, if no one started off knowing how to do something. No one started off that way. You know, and what your self-talk should be is, I am not good at showing up live yet. You're not good at showing up live yet. So that's what your self-talk should be, so that you can keep going, and keep going until you are good at showing up live and doing your thing and talking about your specific topics in terms of who you are and what you do. So, you know, this week is fairly important, because we're nearly coming to the end of the first quarter of the year. Can you believe it? I mean, it's just like the other day was Christmas. It was just, so now look, it's nearly spring. Can you see that? Nearly spring. Spring is coming. I mean, I'm out this morning, but it's not particularly, it's not really warm, but it's okay. It's nice and fresh out here, to be honest with you. I'm not going to complain at all. It's nice and fresh out here, and I'm just taking in the cool air, let's call it cool air. But yeah, we're almost coming towards spring in the year, and this is time when we're bringing in the new. You know, we are starting to rethink our plans going forward, or strategies into aiming to what we're reflecting on, what it is we just said we were going to do in the beginning of the year, or plans that we have. We're reflecting on how it's going to pan out, and we're putting things in place at this time of year. And I suppose you can call this live. You know, I had done reflection beforehand, you know, in terms of where I am and obviously where I want to go. And yeah, I thought of you guys in mind with it all, and how I can encourage and support you all to move forward in that way of just keeping on track with your plan or your vision and what you're intending on doing. And you know, I have decided, for one thing, is to become hyper vigilant. You know, that hyper vigilant and hyper intentional. That's what I meant to say. I have decided to be hyper intentional. So if I schedule to go live, I will be going live. I will be going live. It's a nice landscape, this park. Yeah, it's quite a big park. Normally in the summer it's quite full. There's a lot of people here normally. Eventful, very eventful in the park. So yeah, it's quite good. Tell you a bit about the history here, there, do you? Burial, boats and businesses. This is interesting. I don't think I've seen this okay, interesting. Tells you a little bit about the history of the landscape in the park. Goes back to 43 AD. Wow, that is huge. Yeah, Springfield Park, that's where I am right now. That's at the back of where I live. Okay, so what is your one thing? What is your one thing you're going to focus on? What are you going to do to go back to basics and think about that one thing that you need to actually focus on that will actually move the needle? It could be something you did used to do a long time ago that relates to where you're going, and you stopped doing it for some reason, and that could be for any reason. Obviously life gets in the way. We all know that happens. Life's going to happen no matter what anyway. We can't control that. Life's going to happen. But yeah, it could be something you used to do a while ago and it worked for you. What worked for you and what helped you to guide you along the path that you needed to go. So I will close on certain things. So what I was saying is that I'm here to help. I'm here to guide you, and I'm going to be with you on this journey that you're all on, and trying to get to that place where you want to just become focused and intentional in what you're doing. And you know what it does is it brings on that drive passion to do things, you know, especially when you know you're on the right track. And that's when what I call energy emotions come in, because when you're doing something that you love doing, or that you know is intentional, and you know it's going to result in certain way that you want it to be, the desire that you want, then you become passionate and you become keen in doing that, and then you start feeling really energized in what you're doing, you know. And that's what I call the energy emotions, because in order to let's be honest, if we had to feel a certain way to do something, you know, it's not going to happen. We can't rely on our feelings to do something. We have to actually create those feelings. We have to make those feelings happen. We have to do the thing to feel that way in the first place. You can't, there's no way you can, you know, happiness is a decision. It's a decision. I decided today I was going to have a joyful day. You know, I was going to have a good day. And I decided that, you know, and that means no matter what happens, you know, any incidences or any sudden disruptive things that happen, what I wasn't expecting, I still decided I was going to have a good day. So I'm not going to let anything disrupt it in a way, because obviously there are going to be things that are going to challenge you. That's life. That is life. You know, it's the yin and the yang. You are going to get that. It's not going to go away. You know, but the main thing is you're in control of your thoughts, of what you want to see happening in your day. You're in control of that, and that's the only thing that you can control. So what I've decided to do as well, obviously with me focusing on being live all day, what will help me to be live, to be, you know, to show up every day, is, you know, just watching other people when they do their lives, and see what I can sort of see what I can sort of see what people do. How can I perfect my going lives? How can I make them better? So each time I go live, I'm going to make them even better. I'm going to figure out what I can do to get you guys to interact. I'm going to make my lives even better, because I'm going to keep going until they become really like second nature. So it'll become like the making the bed. It will become like that, where I won't even want to not do my lives on a Sunday. You know, I won't even think of not doing it, because it will be religiously ingrained in me. So I'm going to keep going and keep going and keep going. So if you're unsure about the skill or the thing that you need to do on a regular basis, in terms of you might not know how it works, how you might need some teachings behind it. So you just need to either get a books, read books on it. You watch people that are doing it, you know, watch on YouTube, just watch what you need to do to get better at it. And obviously you study something. You know, there's a lot of ways you can get the information. We're in a world of the vast information world, aren't we? So there's no excuse for not doing something, to be honest. There's no real excuse. Not unless you're not able in some way or form. I'm not sure what that could look like, but yeah, there's no real information. There's no real excuse to not doing something. You know, but yes, that is the main reason why I started the group today. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know your thoughts on me doing Sunday Skool every Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'd love to hear your feedback. And like I said before, if you do come into the group and you're seeing this live, I can't see anybody joining me right now at this moment, please do comment with a hashtag replay, so I know that you were here and you listened to live, and let me know what you think, and it would be great to hear from you. So I'll probably drop more information above this live content on what I talked about in the group. I'll probably go into more detail for you in the content about the group. But this is the live that I decided to do today. One more thing, I will be reaching out to all of you in this group, because I've got an offer for you all. So I'm gonna, because you've all consented to come into this group, and obviously you come into this group because of what I'm doing in this group, I'm going to reach out to each and every one of you, and I'm going to be offering you something of interest, and see if you're happy to come into that offer. And oh yeah, one more thing. You've noticed I've changed the name of the group. Have you noticed? I've changed the name of the group. The name of the group is the Courageous Fun Entrepreneurs. The Courageous Fun Entrepreneurs. I decided to change it to that because, yes, I just wanted to highlight who we were, and obviously it just speaks more about the people in the group, and because this is your community, this is your journey that you're on with me. We're all in it together as a team. So I've changed the name of the group. So I will just say au revoir. I'm going to head back in a minute. I'll go home and get some breakfast. I haven't eaten anything yet. So I'm going to go home and get some breakfast, walk around the park that way, I think, just to go back. And then I'll be talking to you guys. Soon on camera again, and I'll see you all again. And keep your eyes on the group. I will be posting content in here throughout the week, just to keep you engaging, and hopefully I get responses from all of you. I'll speak to you all soon. Have a great rest of the day, everyone, and enjoy your weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Over and out. Bye bye.